there's a new best team in the National Football League, and they play just up the road. They're the Los Angeles Rams. You got to call them that when they beat the defending Super Bowl champs. You got the first team to beat them since last Thanksgiving weekend when the Kansas City Chiefs did it in their house. You got to say it when they've got all the makings. They got all the ingredients. You got to have a defense. You got to have a quarterback. You got to have a wide receiver core that's tough to stop. You got to have special teams, and you got to have the old home field advantage when you get people in your house. And the Los Angeles Rams check every one of those boxes. They brought Matthew Stafford in to win a game like this past Sunday. Could Jared Goff have won that game? Well, Goff did beat the Bucs last year. He did. Could he throw for 343 yards and 4 touchdowns with no mistakes? Maybe. But it's a different team. They feel different. There's a different feel to it. You feel when they drop back that everything's on the table. Everything's on the table. From the check down to the deep ball to the medium range to the not making the mistake. Yeah. Don't take the sack. It all seems just right. And it seems big. It seems big time. And now to the new dynamic duo, as I called them in 4 downs last week, and Stafford and Kupp, 2 more touchdowns. To Robert Woods and Van Jefferson. Now you add Deshaun Jackson taking the top of the defense off. How many fans were like, where the hell did he come from?
Didn't see that coming.
And Buck called it perfectly on the touchdown, the 75-yarder to start the second half. They were trying all day. And one time Stafford underthrew it. The other time his arm got hit and he couldn't connect. Now he's taking the top of the defense off too. What? And Sony Michel steps in and he runs it 20 times. Didn't get in the end zone, but 20 times. That's more than enough. How many times did you see guys run the ball 20 times yesterday? Not Najee Harris. I'll tell you that in Pittsburgh. You won't see it tonight with Zeke. I'd be surprised if he runs it 20 times.
No need.
They had a running back who ran it 20 times yesterday. They're balanced, and they can get you pressured from the 4 guys up front and the grown-ass man in the middle who'll sometimes rush from the edge, and Aaron Donald. And Jalen Ramsey will lock down on the back end, and they got a whole bunch of other young players who run like deer. And they can kick field goals, and they got Johnny Hecker to pin you inside the 20, and some wild, crazy 35-year-old dialing it all up on the sideline who needs a get-back guy who's bigger than him.
And McVay's jacked.
That's
fast.
And a general manager who's got D's nuts
testicular fortitude
to pull it all off.
Yes.
And that building is for real. When you said today, Chris, to start this thing, what? I can't hear you. It's for real. I told you this, folks, after I was there for the kickoff game against the Bears. It's loud. It's loud for both teams because teams that travel, it's loud when you from the fans of the opposite sideline to show up. It's loud in there. That canopy that's over SoFi Stadium, it's not a dome. It's a canopy over an outdoor stadium. And I don't know what it is. And they jack the sound up, too. Mm-hmm. So when they're playing stuff during the downtimes, music, it's a rock concert. And it is loud, and it is a distinct home field advantage. There were a handful of moments yesterday where there was a false start or some sort of confusion that you would see. And by the way, what did the Rams do to Tom Brady? What did they do to Tom Brady? They let him get his, but stopped him from getting in the end zone. It was unbelievable. Just one mere touchdown for TB12. They got the pressure up the middle, and they also kept him on the sideline, and they got him down fast. First time in Tom Brady's career. How about this? 44-year-old who threw for one and snuck one in. As I said, by the way, a 44-year-old sneaking in for the score in Los Angeles is a story as old as Hollywood.
Pretty good.
Thank you.
Good.
But what do? First time in his career, 400 yards, no interceptions, and he didn't win. How about that? Brady's still pulling off. You could still pull off a first on Tom Brady.
Yeah, right.
In the regular season, he's never thrown for 400 yards and not thrown an interception and lost. And that happened yesterday. Now, obviously, just 3 games in, lots more to come. Now the Rams start their division schedule. Arizona's next. Holy crap. 3-0 versus 3-0. How great is that one going to be in week 4? And the 49ers last night took the L. Get to that in a second. The Seahawks appear to have more issues than not. So, the Rams are who we thought they can be so far in SoFi. They are all that plus the biscuit. Right now. You don't want to face them in that building. We're all learning it in the NFL. That's a distinct home field advantage they didn't have in the Coliseum. Nope. Certainly didn't have it down at Anaheim when they were there for those cups of coffee. We're going off to St. Louis. Good luck. Good luck. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.